Welcome to this deep dives, I guess you could call it, into Tesla's future.
Okay.
We're going to be unpacking some pretty fascinating stuff today, all based on what Elon Musk had to say
Oh, yeah.
during the recent Q4 2024 earnings call.
Mm,
It's no secret that Tesla's already breaking records. I mean, the Model Y is the best-selling vehicle on the planet.
it's true.
But Musk isn't one to rest on his laurels, is he?
Never.
He's already looking years ahead, painting this picture of a future driven by AI and robots. And let me tell you, some of his predictions are pretty mind-boggling. Tesla becoming the world's most valuable company?
Wow.
Optimus Robots bringing in trillions in revenue, 2025 being a pivotal year for the company, even bigger than when they launched their first cars.
Really?
Okay, let's unpack all of this, starting with full self-driving.
Right.
Musk is really pushing this idea of 10xing, not just doubling down on autonomous driving. What exactly does that mean in practical terms?
I think it signals a pretty fundamental shift in Tesla's strategy. They're not just tinkering around the edges. They're going for a complete transformation of how we think about autonomous vehicles.
I see.
Think about it this way. They're not just trying to improve a horse-drawn carriage. They're aiming to invent the car itself.
And to really drive home that point, Musk compared the current state of FSD to a toddler still learning, making mistakes, but with this huge potential for rapid growth.
Right, and that's the thing about AI. It doesn't develop in a straight line.
Right.
It's more like these sudden bursts of learning and improvement.
And one of the things that stuck with me is how Musk said that with full autonomy, car usage could increase by 5 times.
Wow.
5 times.
That's a lot.
Think about it. Instead of your car just sitting there most of the day, he
Yeah.
could be out there delivering things, providing transportation, even making those late-night food runs.
That's true.
It really changes how we think about cars, doesn't it?
Absolutely. This
Yeah.
is a topic that has been around for a while,
Sure.
but the way that Tesla is looking at it is pretty different.
Yeah.
They're thinking about the possibilities for an entirely new kind of economy
Mhm.
built around autonomous vehicles, not just the technology itself, but how it can change the way we live and work.
It's almost like something out of a science fiction movie, isn't it?
It is.
But speaking of real-world concerns, what about safety? We all know that's a huge factor with self-driving cars.
So of course, safety is paramount.
Right.
And Musk emphasized how Tesla is really focused on improving the safety record of FSD with each new update.
Okay.
He mentioned that they're going to start rolling it out in Austin soon, taking it slow at first, but with the goal of eventually expanding it globally.
Wow.
It's ambitious, no doubt, but it could completely revolutionize transportation if they pull it off.
Okay, so FSD is one thing.
Yeah.
But then there's Optimus, Tesla's humanoid robot. Now, some of Musk's projections for this thing are, well, let's just say they're pretty out there. Optimus bringing in over $10 trillion in revenue, producing 100 million units a year.
Wow.
Those are some seriously eye-popping numbers. What makes these projections so unexpected?
Well, for starters, think about the entire global smartphone market. It's worth around $500 billion a year. Musk is suggesting that Optimus could be 20 times bigger than that.
Wow.
And we haven't even seen a working prototype doing anything particularly impressive yet.
That's true, but there was this one anecdote that really caught my attention. Apparently, Tesla had to build Optimus's hand themselves because none of the existing suppliers could meet their specifications. That says something about the level of engineering they're aiming for, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It highlights Tesla's commitment to vertical integration, which has been a major factor in their success with electric vehicles. They're not just assembling parts, they're controlling the entire production process.
And when it comes to Optimus, it seems like speed is key. Musk talked about ramping up production faster than anything they've ever done before, thousands of robots produced this year, with the goal of having them doing useful tasks by the end of the year.
Wow.
That's an incredibly aggressive timeline.
What's interesting is how Musk sees robots as this natural progression for Tesla. Not just a side project, it's a fundamental part of his vision for the company.
Yeah.
He even said that in the long run, Optimus will be the thing that defines the company's value even more than their car business.
Okay, we've talked about FSD and Optimus, 2 areas where Musk is definitely pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about something a little more down to earth. Tesla's energy storage business.
Okay.
Musk sees this as increasingly crucial, and I think he has a point. Why is that?
Well, think about how our current energy grid works.
Yeah.
It's designed to handle peak usage. which means there's a lot of waste built into the system.
Right.
Energy storage is about changing that, smoothing out demand, and making the grid more efficient and reliable.
It's like a giant battery for the entire grid, right?
Exactly. And Musk believes that with enough energy storage, we could actually double the capacity of the grid. Imagine what that would mean for renewable energy sources like solar and wind power. It would also create a huge demand for Tesla's battery packs, both for homes and large-scale projects.
But that brings up an interesting question. With demand increasing for both electric vehicles and energy storage, how does Tesla decide where to prioritize their battery production?
That's a tough decision
It is.
any company would face. Do they focus on the booming EV market or the growing need for energy storage?
Right.
It's a balancing act, and it'll be interesting to see how Tesla handles it moving forward.
And all of this leads back to something Musk said that really caught my attention, that 2025 could be the most important year in Tesla's history, even bigger than when they launched their first cars. Why would he say that?
Well, if you look at everything we've talked about, the rollout of FSD, the ramp-up of Optimus production, the growth of their energy storage business, it seems like 2025 could be the year where it all comes together.
Wow.
It could be the year that Tesla transitions from being a car company to something much bigger.
Something more like the AI and robotics company Musk envisions.
Right.
He even went so far as to say that no one else is even close to Tesla when it comes to real-world AI. I mean, is that bravado, or is he really that far ahead?
That's a great question,
It is.
and it's one we should definitely explore further.
Absolutely. But first, we need to delve into what makes Tesla's approach to AI so unique.
Okay.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after a quick break.
Of course, but they also have their solar roof tiles, Powerwall home battery systems, and their utility-scale energy storage projects.
So they're trying to create a complete solution for generating, storing, and using clean energy that's pretty ambitious.
It is, and it comes with its own set of challenges. The production of batteries and solar panels requires a lot of resources, and there are environmental concerns about mining and manufacturing these components.
Not to mention the challenge of scaling up renewable energy production to meet global demand. We're talking about a massive infrastructure overhaul that requires a lot of investment and international cooperation.
It's a monumental task, but it's one that Musk seems determined to tackle. He sees Tesla as this catalyst for change, driving innovation and pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Whether you agree with his methods or his sometimes outlandish statements, there's no denying that Musk has this ability to shake things up. He's already disrupted the auto industry, challenged how we think about space travel, and now he's setting his sights on transforming the world with AI and robotics.
And that brings us back to that intriguing statement about 2025 being a potentially pivotal year for Tesla.
Right, we still need to unpack that a bit more. What factors might make 2025 so crucial for Tesla and its ambitions?
I think it's a convergence of several things we've already discussed. But to understand its full significance, we need to consider the larger context of Musk's vision for Tesla and the future he's striving to create.
Okay, I'm all ears. Let's delve into that in our final segment. We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
From self-driving cars and humanoid robots to the future of energy and the potential impact on jobs, it's clear that Tesla's ambitions go way beyond just making electric vehicles.
What's really fascinating is how Tesla is blurring the lines between traditional industries. They're not just a car company, they're a tech company, an energy company, and now increasingly a robotics company.
Yeah.
It's this convergence of sectors that really defines the 21st century. And Tesla is right at the forefront.
It's like they're building this vertically integrated empire, controlling every step of the process from raw materials to the final product that gives them incredible flexibility and control. But it also raises questions about competition and whether one company should have that much power.
That's a valid concern.
Yeah.
As Tesla moves into new markets, they're going to face scrutiny from regulators and competitors who might see them as a threat.
Sure.
We've seen this play out with tech giants like Google and Amazon, and it wouldn't be surprising to see similar concerns raised about Tesla as they grow.
It's a reminder that technology doesn't exist in a vacuum. There are always social and economic implications that we need to consider. Speaking of which, we've talked about the potential impact of Optimus on the job market. If these robots become as common as Musk predicts, it could really change the way we work.
Imagine a world where robots are handling tasks in all sorts of fields, from construction and agriculture to healthcare and customer service. The possibilities for increased productivity and efficiency are huge. But it also raises questions about what happens to the people whose jobs are automated.
It's a challenge we need to start addressing now. How do we prepare for a future where robots might be doing a lot of the jobs that humans do today?
It's not just about job displacement, though.
Yeah.
There's also the question of how we ensure that the benefits of AI and robotics are shared equitably.
Right.
We don't want to create a society where the rich get richer and the poor get left behind.
Right. Technology should be a tool for progress, not a source of division. It's about using these advancements to create a better future for everyone.
Exactly. And that brings us back to Musk's vision for sustainable energy. Electric vehicles and energy storage are crucial pieces of the puzzle, but it's a complex challenge.
Tesla's approach of creating this integrated ecosystem of solar panels, battery systems, and electric vehicles is impressive, but there are still hurdles to overcome.
Scaling up renewable energy production to meet global demand is no easy feat. It requires significant investments in infrastructure and a global commitment to transitioning away from fossil fuels.
It's a reminder that there's no quick fix to climate change. It requires long-term thinking and a collective effort from governments, businesses, and individuals.
And that brings us back to 2025. Why does Musk believe this could be such a pivotal year for Tesla? I think it's the culmination of all these threads we've been discussing.
The rollout of FSD, the ramp-up of Optimus production, the continued growth of their energy storage business, it seems like all these pieces could start falling into place in 2025.
It could be the year that Tesla truly transitions from a car company to something much broader, a company that's reshaping transportation, energy, and even the future of work.
It's an ambitious vision, and only time will tell if Musk can achieve it. But one thing's for sure, it's going to be fascinating to watch.
Absolutely. Whether you agree with Musk or not, he's a force to be reckoned with, and he's asking some really important questions about the future we're building.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Tesla's future, I'm left with a mix of excitement and apprehension. Excitement about the possibilities that technology offers, but also a sense of caution about the potential pitfalls.
It's important to approach these advancements with both optimism and a critical eye. We need to be mindful of the ethical implications, the potential for unintended consequences, and the need to ensure that everyone benefits from these changes.
It's a conversation we need to keep having. The future isn't predetermined. It's something we shape through our choices and actions. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep learning.